Recently, our son Malik turned 1 year old. And in his first year of existence, he has experienced more than what a lot of people have experienced in their entire lifetime. I'm of course talking about the COVID-19 pandemic mixed with an inland hurricane known as a derecho that hit us here in our city, and just a myriad of other things. But in his first year of life, as Malik continues to navigate through the ever-changing and ever-evolving existence that we all go through, something amazing has been happening.
I got you.
I have been learning so much through watching him navigate through his first year of life, moving into his second year of life. Through all the lessons that I have been learning from simply watching him, I could talk about this for 5+ hours or even write a book on this subject matter. But there is one lesson that I really want to touch base on today, and it is something that I think a lot of people around the world need to hear. And it is a lesson that I had heard about 5 to 6 years ago, and I had heard this metaphor that I'm about to describe here in a second come up constantly over and over again in self-help books, in podcasts, and videos that I was watching, reading, and consuming. But just like a lot of things in life, occasionally there is something you have to hear over and over and over again, or in my case, something you have to witness yourself before it really clicks in your mind. And this lesson came when Malik took his first step. Now, it's really fascinating when kids try to learn how to walk. It's something you've gone through, it's something I've gone through, it's something all babies go through. And when you witness a child trying to figure out how to walk, they will go from figuring out how to roll over onto their tummies, and then they'll slowly work their way up to army crawling or crawling in general, and then eventually finding a way to stand up, whether it's holding on to their parents' hands or maybe using furniture or whatever it is around them, standing up, and then eventually finding that courage to take that step. And what's fascinating is every single baby, including Malik, including you, including me, who have gone through this, every single person who attempts to take that first step, the same thing happens to all of them. They fall. They fall down and they figure out, whoa, that was kind of hard, but you know what? I'm going to try again. And they get up and they fall again. They get up, they fall again. They fall over and over and over again in the process of figuring out how they can take that first step without the assistance of anyone or anything else, right? And it's interesting, as I was watching Malik figure out how to walk on his own for the first time, he kept getting up and falling, and never at any point did he think to himself, which was very evident from what I was watching and witnessing, never ever did he think, you know what, walking just isn't for me. I'm just gonna stick to crawling because I figure out how to crawl and I'll just navigate through life by just crawling. No baby does that. Babies never do that. They never think, hey, you know what, walking is simply not for me. They get up, they fall, they get up, they fall, eventually working their way up to taking that first step. And Crystal and I were very blessed and fortunate that we witnessed that first step together at the same time, and she started tearing up. I got emotional, proud dad moment, proud mom moment. It was a beautiful moment. And then Malik tried again to take that next step and he fell, right? After he took his first step successfully, he tried the next one and he fell. And the process started over again. He started figuring out, okay, I can know how to take my first step. I'm gonna try to figure out how to take the next step, and then slowly working my way up to being able to walk. And he's done that. And now he's literally running up and down the hall. You might be able to hear him in the background. He's running, we're chasing him around the house. It's amazing to have seen him go from rolling over onto his tummy, army crawling, and then getting up, taking his first step, and now he's running. Again, it was through persistence, it was through resilience, it was through not giving up. And that is the lesson that he taught me when I watched him take his first step, moving into walking and then running, is not giving up. There are so many people in the world right now, including you who's watching this or listening to this, that have an incredible passion in their life that they have been wanting to pursue. It is something that you've been wanting to do for years on end. It might be something recently that you picked up on, something that you know that it is something you want to do in your life, a passion, a purpose that has fueled you. But when you've attempted to do the thing that you need to do to get closer to it, you may have failed. You may have tried to start something new, you may have failed. And you may have tried over and over again and failed over and over again, eventually getting to a point where you're like, you know what, this is not for me, and you've given up. And I want you to remember something. Just like you were when you were a baby trying to take that first step and not giving up, you cannot give up right now. There is a bigger reason and a bigger purpose in your life that you need to do the thing that you have been destined to do, something you know ignites your passion, something you may have stopped doing because it was too difficult or things got too challenging. You need to go back and start over again. You've fallen down over and over again, and it's okay. That's a part of learning and growing. And I'm going to be completely forward here and completely open, because I'm always open with my listeners and my viewers. 2020, just like for the vast majority of the world's population, has been very difficult. And for us with Manowar Studios, it provided to be a challenge around March and April when COVID-19 really hit close to home here. And things got really difficult with Manowar Studios. We had a lot of clients, business clients, wedding clients, that either ended up postponing or completely canceling contracts and projects we had due to the entire country coming to a complete halt. You know, businesses that were closing down around us, our clients that were closing down around us, and things got scary. Things got frightening. It got to a point where we didn't know what we were going to do, and it got to a point where we didn't know how we were going to pay our bills. And just like the vast majority of population, people were scared for their livelihood, for their jobs, for their careers, for their family, for their well-being. And around that same time is when Malik tried figuring out how to walk. And when I was watching him get up and fall down, get up and fall down, get up and fall down, it took me back to why I started Manowar Studios in the first place over 5 years ago. I wanted to have a bigger reason and a bigger why to why it is I get to do what I do every single day, to be able to serve not only my community but people around the world, to have a bigger, more profound impact, not only in my clients but people around the world. I want to make a difference and I want to make a change, and the best way I knew how to do that was to be able to run my own business. Not out of sheer ego or pride, but more so because I knew I would have a bigger, more profound impact if I did something just like this. And so what I did, I got back up after falling down, after COVID-19 really struck us, after Manowar Studios really started taking a hit. I slowly started getting back up and started really looking more deeply into what it is that we can do to move forward, something new that we can do to really change the way we operate our business. And after going back to the drawing board, I figured out how to do that. I figured out how to implement new things and new ways and new strategies into our business to really help us grow and thrive. I'm so proud and honored to say that as we venture into 2021, we are about to do some amazing things with our business, and we are able to grow and do some awesome things that I wanted to do for a very long time, and we're able to thrive and succeed as we have before. And all this happened because I was watching my son take his very first step. Now, as you are watching this and listening to this, I want you to know that whatever passion or purpose in your life that you were destined to follow, that you may have given up on because of COVID-19, because of some other instance in your life, because of a loss, whatever it might be, please know that it is time for you to get back up and go back to the baby version of yourself when you took that first step. You obviously don't remember that moment, but it was a big moment in your life, because that was the moment you figured out how to be persistent. It is the moment you figured out how to be resilient, and it is the moment you figured out that giving up is just not your thing. You don't give up. You do not give up. You need to start now. And thanks to Malik and the lesson he showed me and taught me, I'm able to get back up and not give up. I'm so excited to see what other lessons I'm going to be learning from this little amazing toddler of ours. He's taught me so much about the meaning of life and reignited my own passion and my own purpose. And I'm so thrilled to see what else I learned from him, and then also to share that with you. If this message helped you in any way, please reach out to me. And if there's something that you have given up on or are wanting to give up on, please get a hold of me. Comment below, send me a message, whatever it is. I want to touch base with you, and I want to know how I can help you in getting back to where you were meant to be. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Who wants a baby for breakfast? Smells good. Smells like a yummy, yummy, yummy baby.